Alright y'all, Bubba here again. Got a little something special for you today. Today we are going to make a 4-fingered Cherokee flute out of bamboo. What we got here, Mr. Ben, we're going to do is we got the holes marked at a 1/2 inch right here. This one's at like 2 inches, 2.5, 3.2, and 4. The good measurements recommendations are on the internet, but we're going to make a notch right here at this first 1/2 inch mark, and we're going to make for the reed. The reed's going to be here. I'm making that out of a piece of poplar, and what we're going to do is saw that down till you can see an opening in the wood, and you want to keep it straight with this end. So that's what he's going to do now, is he's just going to saw down. Yeah, they can see that if you want to point it to the camera or however you can do it. And you want that hole level where we're going to put the finger holes at. And I'm straightening out this piece of poplar here. Now, we're going to try to do this whole thing only using our Leathermans, because we've got the idea, if you're sitting in the bush hanging out and you want to have a little tune or two while you're sitting next to the campfire, you got a Leatherman to work with. So we're going to try to make the whole thing with a Leatherman. We're going to show you how we do it. And we also got a drill sitting over there. We ain't going to tell you about the drill, but it's sitting over here just for the finger holes in case we want to use that. But when you make that part he's making right there, it's just like a regular whistle. If you look at a whistle you can buy from the store or whatever, we're going to put this reed in it, and I'm going to cut the reed down at an angle from one side to the other. That's about good right there, Mr. Ben. Can you see the hole open up yet?
Just barely. Just barely there.
Alright. Alright, so
yep.
See if you can see that on the camera there. Right where you can see the light shining through. Just barely open it up. Because then what we're going to do is take your knife and we're going to cut back slightly into that to give it a ramp look. Alright, y'all see what he's doing. And every single little bitty knife carve changes the tone of the flute or whistle if that's what you're making. So it's one of those things you can always take wood, you can't add wood. So when you get to where you're fine tuning, very, 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 very fine tuning, do little adjustments at a time, because it's a lot harder to add wood. And every single mark, every single shaving alters the sound. Think I got a good view of you there, Mr. Ben? All right. Yeah, you can see what he's doing here. All right. This distance makes a difference. How long this is makes a difference in the tone. How deep this hole is. How opened up. What he's going to do in a minute is he's actually going to quit going this way with it, and he's just going to open up from about here down to where he's at and open up this hole right here a little bit more round. You can see that on the video. And that's going to open up that hole to where the air is going to come out off the top of this reed that I'm making. And when you're making the reed, the 1/2 inch is all you need. But I recommend making it a little bit longer so you can hold on to it. And you want to be higher down to lower, so when you stick it in there, the wind can actually go up. It's fed up this ramp out the hole that he's making. So make it at an angle from small on the outside to bigger on the inside to lead the air up out of that hole. That's what you want to do.
We are directing air.
Yes, exactly. All right, what he's doing now is he's working on the holes. He's just using his awl. Now a drill is a lot quicker and easier, but if you're sent by the campfire, you've got an awl.
And you want to finesse this part if you're just using an awl, because bamboo will split.
You can also use, heck, if you got a coat hanger or something in a campfire, or heat up your awl in a campfire. If you don't have an awl, you can use a hot stick and just burn it kind of slow, burn it through. That'll work too. And when we get done with this, I'm probably going to heat it up anyways. Heat up a coat hanger or something and burn it just to give it a better look. Are there any Leathermans that come with drills in them? Drill bits? That'd be cool, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm.
That all's doing pretty quick work though.
It is.
And the recommended hole size for these are 1/8. That's recommended when I started doing research on the internet. And that all's putting about a 1/8 hole in it. But I'm not 100% sure how technical that is or how much it really, really matters. I'm sure it matters because every different change makes a different tone. And what we'll do is we'll just shave a little bit or burn it off, or we'll do something. Yeah, there you go. We'll little sandpaper or scrape it with a knife and it'll clean that pretty boogered up stuff. And make sure you don't go through to the backside. You don't want to drill through the other side of it. It makes a difference. It's beautiful, man.
Want a little larger on this one right here, so you want to be careful with that just in case.
Make them all uniform.
That's right.
And there is a recommended length. We'll get to that in a second once he makes these holes. The excess length will change the tone or not give you a tone at all. If it's too long, too short, there's things you can do. If it's too long, you can cut it down. If it's too short, you can plug the end and put a small hole in it. Basically make an adapter piece and make it a little bit longer. Make it, just change it all up together, all together. But hey, we ain't been doing this but 10 minutes already and you got a hole, you know what I mean? So about got all the whole thing made.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And what I did on this reed, while you're doing that, let me show this. On this reed is I did 2 different size reeds on both sides. One side's, whoop, and I drop it. Heads up, folks, heads up. One side's a little shorter than the other, and one side's a little longer. Reason being, it's because I messed up, because that will make a difference. So I got a little too deep, and I just went ahead and sanded the other one at an angle on this side, because you want to shoot the air up. If the hole's too big, it ain't going to make no whistle. And what we're going to do is we're going to test it in just a second. Mr. Ben's going to get all them holes purdied up, and we're going to see how it does. See if it'll make a sound. You want to cut it off length-wise, or what you going to do?
I think we'll wait on that, and I was just going to clean these up a little bit with the pocket knife.
All right. I got a file on mine, too, if you want to sand them.
That may be better than the sparking knife, to be honest with you, though.
That's fine. We'll break the file out. break out this file right here. And the reason, like I said, we'll use the files because I don't carry sandpaper with me when I go camping. But I do have the ability to walk inside and grab a piece of sandpaper.
That is true.
And if I was out in the bush and had a fire going, I'd probably still take me a twig that's on fire and burn these holes to clean up all them little fuzzies.
Mm-hmm.
Get all that stuff out the way.
Fire would leave it really clean.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Now we experiment, folks. So let's see here. Let's sort of. Oh yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that cleaned up them holes up pretty good.
Yeah.
Wipe some of that soot off.
What's in there, bud?
All right, show the kind folks at home what we're working with so far. Sun's trying to set on us.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. There you go. Now let's stick this reed in there and see if it can make some noise. Let's see if it'll make any noise. We're gonna go with the bigger one first, and you want to slide it. You can see it. Yeah, I don't know if you can see it or not. See it inside. You want to get it so it's right at it, but not too far in the hole. Well, we ain't got a whistle so far. Let's try the bigger side. Well, we're not getting anything. So let's cut the length off and see what we're working with right here. Cut some of this length off.
And
See if that makes a difference. Or we might have to cut a smaller reed maybe. But there ain't much of a hole there. Yep. And if you're curious, Mr. Ben's got a Leatherman Wave, and I've got a Leatherman Super Tool original one. That's just what we got.
these are on round here.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Should try to split on us.
Mm-hmm.
We'll just use the file, clean all that up in a minute. Let's put this reed in there, see if we can make some noise. Oops, I blew the reed in. Might have to make another reed.
That's potential.
It is potential.
Try that one out, bro. New one?
Huh?
New one?
Might. Got it. That one's ain't got a whole lot of. That one ain't got a whole lot of.
Tune to it.
Yeah. But at the same time, there's not that big of a hole right there. All right. So I kind of failed miserably. Well, I didn't really fail miserably. Just didn't do it right. What I did make was a really good whistle if you plugged the back. Well, you see the point. Then you cut that off, go ahead and cut it off. But I'm still going to keep it. I'm going to plug the back, and I made a whistle. So I did a lot more research, and I tried again with another piece. This was a little smaller. What I did, this is the 4-finger Cherokee flute. This is how it goes. I went ahead and drilled 4 1/8 holes, and I took my wood burner. I just kind of burned them out, cleaned it up, and I actually used a pencil to go down the back of it and used the metal edge of the pencil to clean up the inside. And that was just, that don't mean nothing. All right, that was a mess up. And then about a 1/2 inch off, I went ahead and I made a square hole. I drilled a 1/8 hole just like the rest of them, but then all I did was squared it up to about 2 thousandths. It's about a 2 thousandths hole, or that's 5 millimeters or 0.197 thousandths, 2 thousandths, 20, you know, it's right around there. Quarter of an inch maybe, I don't sure exactly. Quarter is 250, so 0.197, 0.20. I'll use my little engineering scale to do that. But, and then I took, see if y'all can see that. And then I took my heat gun, which is a the wood burning tool, and I just made that ramp. You know what I'm saying? That black mark, it actually goes in. It's actually a ramp that goes into it, just like this. See that shape? Where are we at here? It's just like that, but a lot less, a lot further down. I mean, it's not as drastic as that. So, I didn't mess up drastically. I just learned and did some more research and hold on. Now all this is adjustable. The distance on the ramp, the size of these holes, how far in this is, and the angle that is, all that adjusts your tone, and you just play with it back and forth a little bit, and you'll get exactly the sound you want, and how fast you breathe and how hard you blow in it. Blow real hard. Yeah. I don't know how to play a flute, so it don't sound the best, but you get the idea. Now, like I said before, all this can be done on a campfire. Just use a stick to do these, about 1/8 hole, you know, good pencil lead tip, a little bit bigger. And then put a little super glue here or whatever, or some pine pitch if you got it. Cut that joker off. But no matter what, I still made something. You start doing this stuff, playing around a little bit, keep playing with it. Keep figuring it out. Keep doing something. I might not have made exactly what I wanted the first time, but I made something. I made a whistle. If I wanted to, I could make a slide whistle, but I made something. But this is what I wanted to make. Then I went back and I did it again. Now, I'm sorry I didn't do it on camera, but I didn't have a whole lot of time. I haven't been feeling good today, but I just went ahead and knocked it out so that I could finish this video. But you get the idea. I did exactly the same thing as I did on this one, but I made cleaner holes, and I made a square hole. It's a rectangle, I mean, right here. And I still made the ramp just like this on here. It's just not as drastic. And when you're making these things, you're going to have to play with that ramp a little bit, clean your holes up a little bit. This is about 6.5 inches long total. And I had to cut it down. It got me a little bit better sound. And I kept playing with this. It's the same shape at an angle. And I'll cut that off. And I'll have me a little Cherokee 4-finger flute. But just goes to show you, if you don't know something, keep trying it. You know, knowledge is, you know, it don't cost nothing. It don't weigh nothing. The more you learn, the less you got to carry. You know, so do yourself a favor. Go out there and try things. You might not get it right on the first time. You might get it right on the second time. You might not. But research, study, get more stuff in your head. It's less stuff you got to carry. And besides, sitting by the campfire playing one of these might just be a little soothing. Might be something fun to tinker with. Teach your kids to do it. Mine's been playing with one for a minute. But yeah, that's it, folks. Y'all take it easy now. Do me a favor, like, subscribe, do what you got to do, and tell your friends. Thank y'all so much. Y'all have a good one now.